Good morning, everyone. Your old buddy, Mr. Moore here. So I got a number of emails about how to create an APA style reference page. I decided I would create a quick instructional video that might guide you through that process a little easier than trying to read the resources. So let's begin by defining the APA style. When we write, we have several different styles. APA stands for the American Psychological Association. The other most popular is the MLA, or the Modern Language Association. APA is used by the sciences. If you're in education or psychology or sociology, nursing, you're very likely to be asked to write in APA style. MLA, the Modern Language Association, is used for the humanities, perhaps history or some other English classes, writing classes that you may be asked to take. So they are different. There are some small differences between the two, and we're going to focus on APA style. The best guide for either, but let's focus on APA style, is the Purdue OWL. That stands for the Online Writing Lab. It's a website that is managed by Purdue University and has examples and references for just about any type of writing you may be asked to do. All right, so sit back, prop your feet up, and enjoy our little journey through the APA style process. Using the Purdue OWL is not complicated, although it can be a bit confusing, I suppose. So here is the path that you'll need to take. The left portion of the slide here, where Purdue OWL is highlighted, that comes from your English homepage. So if you go to your English homepage, look at the top left, there is a menu that includes lessons and discussion boards and other things, but it also has a direct link to the Purdue OWL. So if you click on that and then click on the icon that follows, you'll end up at a spot or a page that includes the information or the menu that you see at the top right portion of the other side of the screen, the suggested resources. And here you tell the OWL what you're interested in looking at. In this case, we're going to click on the APA guide. You'll see it highlighted in yellow here. That will take you to the choice just below, where you have to choose between the components of APA. We're going to choose the APA Formatting and Style Guide. That's going to be our entry portal to finding all the other information that we want to find in order to create in-text citations and the reference page. So follow these little links and you will find what I'm going to post on the upcoming slide. So here is not the home page, but this is the APA General Format page from the Purdue Online Writing Lab. This is where you want to go to find out more about anything to do with creating the in-text citations. If you look to the left menu, you'll see highlighted there the first two specifically are related to in-text citations. We have the basics and then creating in-text citations using authors. And then we have the reference list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 highlighted resources for creating the reference list. So let me talk just a little bit about the difference between those two. Such as the name implies, the in-text citation is a brief reference that appears in the text of your paper, and it tells the reader that the information that precedes it has been borrowed from another source. We have to use these with stuff like percentages and numbers and things that we know or people know, readers know, we just can't make up. So if we want to say 9 out of 10 dentists surveyed prefer Crest, we have to give an in-text citation as an example that we didn't just make that up. Then, at the last page of the paper, known as the reference page, we have to give the full citation in case someone wants to go back and read that research. So we have to tell, according to the reference list, there's a way to do the basics, the authors, the articles and periodicals. So for instance, if that citation, 9 out of 10 dentists surveyed preferred Crest, comes from the American Dental Association's quarterly publication, we need to look in articles and periodicals. A periodical is anything that's published with specific regularity. It can be published weekly, it could be published quarterly, it can be published daily, such as a newspaper. It might even be something that's published only once a year. But if it's published with a specific period, then it's considered a periodical. Each type of writing that we're going to encounter has to be source cited differently. So a periodical, a magazine, gets source cited differently from a book that's published once or whatever and then stays out there pretty much in the same form. There is also a specific format for the citation of print sources and electronic sources. If you're going to do a website, it has to be done differently. Enough about that. I just want you to see where it is and what your options are, and I want you to realize the fact that you have to do the in-text citation and the reference page entry separately and specifically. Sounds like fun, don't it? All right, so it looks like the text on my slide here got squished just a little bit, but I wanted to put both of these on the same slide just to give you an idea of what we're looking at. So on the left section, we have a little snippet from some text, and the text reads, academically, these student populations can best be supported by engaging high-impact practices across diverse educational opportunities. Then comes the in-text citation. This information has been taken from a book written by two authors, Fink and Hummel, in the year 2015. Every component of this in-text citation is important. So you'll notice that there's no period after opportunities, but there is a period after the citation. It probably will help to think about the citation as being part of your sentence. So we have the author's last name connected with the and sign, and then the second author's last name, followed by a comma and the year of publication. So that tells us where the information comes from. Now, that also provides a link to the full reference. So if you look on the right-hand part of this screen, the references, which will be a separate page all by itself at the very last page of the paper, we'll find the entrance for Fink, J.E., and Hummel, M.L., quotation mark 2015 period, and the work is known as With Educational Benefits for All, Campus Inclusion Through Learning Communities Designed for Underserved Student Population. That's the title of the article. Next comes the title of the publication, which is New Directions for Student Services, period, published in 2015, parentheses 149, which is the volume number, comma, pages 29 through 40, and then we have the DOI number. We'll talk more about DOI numbers. But with this information, anybody who wants to check our facts could highlight, cut, and paste into a web search browser and find this particular article and read more about what Fink and Hummel had to say when they did their research. So this is an example, although in practice they would be separate pages. We have to have the in-text citation to connect us to the reference and the full reference on the reference page. Easy peasy.